Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to warn y'all about buying fake shoes. Now, yes, that is an actual legitimate thing for those that are not sneakerheads. I feel like a lot of you guys, if you've been subscribed to my podcast for a while, then you overall know about fake shoes. But for those that don't know, and I know a lot of people out there are probably all like, wait a minute, there are fake Jordans out there? Well, like, what do you mean that they're fake Jordans? How do you make a fake Jordan? So, how the best way I can explain it is that there are places out there that make, because they pretty much use cheaper material, cheaper glue, cheaper, just all of it. Just all this stuff is cheap, but it is identical, okay, to the overall, the actual real pair of Jordans. So, for an example, like an original pair of Air Jordan 1s. So, alright, even a much more thought out, better example. Just recently, there's these Air Jordans that just came out called the Lost and Found ones. Now, that shoe is supposed to be like an original pair of Air Jordan 1s, but the whole backstory is that they were lost in like a shop and they just recently were found. So anyways, alright, so I know a lot of people are probably thinking, because even somebody had left a comment where they thought that they were like fakes and stuff, and I'm like, they're not fakes, that's just the backstory to them. But people will try to sell those shoes off to make it seem like that they are the actual real, like, well, they are, like, so the ones, so I have a pair of the Lost and Found ones, and they're actual, like, ones that Nike had sold, but it's based off of a shoe that came out, like, long ago in the 80s, like 84, 85, I think, 85, I believe. But yeah, so the 85 ones, like, if you look at a picture of the ones that came out in 1985, there's actually even a video on YouTube where you'll see the difference between the original pair and then the pair that just recently came out. So for my non-sneakerheads out there, they do that where they will release the same shoe from like the 80s, like same colors, same design, all that stuff. There might be some minor differences, like, with the new ones versus the old ones. But overall, like, they're making it like after that one that originally came out. Now, if you see that like on the Nike website, so like let's say for an example, you were to go onto the Nike website, right? And you were to see the Lost and Found ones, and you're all like, well, wait a minute, those aren't the original ones. So they're not fakes. Nike is like, that is a Nike produced shoe. Nike is the one selling it. So they're not selling you a fake. It's the real shoe. It's just a backstory behind the shoe. So it's like, yeah, the shoes may look a little bit damaged. They may look a little bit, different, but it's supposed to be like the original pair, but it's not. Like, I guess, like, overall, like, they're just, yeah, it's kind of like a form of art in a way, if there's a better way of explaining it. But yeah, it's not, but they're not fakes. Now, let's say for an example, you were to go to like some random guy on the street or something, he's trying to sell you a pair of fake Jordans, and he talk about, oh, I ain't got no box, no receipt, the shoes, like, it has like because from what I've heard, that fake shoes have a very strong, like, smell to it and stuff. So, and I think it's like, yeah, it's just overall the type of glue that they're using and things. So yeah, and that the plus probably the leather being like improperly stored in certain, being improperly stored in certain places. And yeah, overall, it's like, it's just, it's not legit. If you buying it, I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now, and I'm probably ruining the business for a lot of those like street sneaker sellers and stuff. Don't buy anything off of the streets, okay? Don't buy it. It's either stolen or fake. One of the two, alright? So, and I know a lot of people are probably all like, well, I sell my products off of the streets and they're real. Okay, that is you, alright? I'm not trying to knock down everybody that's out there doing it, but there are some people, they're not even some, there's a lot of people out there that be out there selling fakes. You can go on YouTube videos. There's this one guy, I used to watch him a little bit, but yeah, he was constantly coming across people that was selling him fakes. And it's crazy, like, on how just open they are about selling fakes. And I'm like, bruh, like, I couldn't. My thing is this, like, to talk on, I know people will probably ask me that question. would you ever sell a fake? Like TMossBoss, let's say you got into a struggling situation, okay? You couldn't get hired on at no job. You couldn't get, like no YouTube, Twitch streaming, TikTok, none of that stuff. Like that, let's say like that shy version of you came back and you couldn't even record videos no more. Let's just say like the worst of the worst, bro. The worst of the worst, all right? But a good old friend of mine from school has a place where he can get fake Jordans and he's selling them out on the streets. Would I do it? No. Because my thing is this, all right? Just hear me out on what I have to say. The reason why I wouldn't sell fake Jordans to nobody is because I wouldn't want somebody to sell fake Jordans to me. You see how karma works? Because my thing is this. Karma can work where it's like, okay, I might not deal with somebody that's selling me a fake Jordan in the future, but it could be a situation where, all right, years down the road, I'm in a much more better situation. I'm getting ready to get married, whatever the situation is. But yeah, let's just throw it out there that I'm getting married, right? And I want to go out and buy my fiance like a fat ring. I want to get her the best of the best, right? So anyways, I'm going to all these different places trying to find an engagement ring. And then that same friend, he claiming he's trying to do the right thing now. So he ain't selling fakes, but on the low, he really is still selling fakes. He's just only saying that just so he can feel better about himself. But no, overall, he still is selling fakes. But he knows a guy that can overall get me some engagement rings, right? So I'm looking through. I see one. I'm like, you know what? That's a nice engagement ring. So I buy that engagement ring. Engagement ring, let's say it's like 550 Washington's like tax and all that stuff. So it's gonna probably be a little bit extra, maybe like close to 600. All right, so I end up spending a significant amount of money on my significant other, right? I do this whole big proposal. It's all like just overboard, extra, right? So anyways, few weeks done passed by. She talking about my finger doesn't feel right. I'm like, what you mean your finger don't feel right? It's probably that food that you ate. It's like, no, it'll do stuff like that. She's like, no, it's the engagement ring. It's doing something to my finger. It's like it's numb. It don't feel right. So I'm like, oh, I'm panicking. Now we gotta go to the hospital. I go to the hospital. Doctor's like, we gotta take the finger off. And I'm like, bro, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Like, you mean she going nine fingers down? What? No, bro. There has to be another. This like, no, it's because of that engagement ring. See, look at the material. That's this weird acid that's been produced in some, freaking lab that got shut down in California. And then, yeah, but they stuff done got onto like, products, clothes, shoes, and I think it's on that shirt you wearing now and rip the shirt off. I'm saying that's karma. Karma will hit you at a direction where you won't even be expecting it, bro. All right. So anyways, that's why, in my opinion, I would never sell a fake Jordan to nobody because so here's the thing, because I know people are like, I've gotten into, well, I won't necessarily say I've gotten into the reselling business, but today or in previous days before too, but I have bought shoes and then have like traded them in to get me another pair of shoes. Now there was the one pair of shoes that I did buy from StockX, the Flint 13s, the Air Jordan 13s. It was like the Flint editions or whatever, and I believe that those shoes were real. Now, it's one thing if you don't know that the shoes are fake. Then I feel like, okay, karma is looking at you all like, all right, you better be careful out here in these streets because I'm looking at you. I'm watching you, all right? It's one thing if you don't know that they're fake. So, like, let's say, for an example, your strange friend, he gives you a pair of Jordans for your birthday. And you all like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I don't want these Jordans no more. I'm just gonna sell them to somebody else. You sell them to somebody else for like $100, $200. They come back to you and they all like, hey, I went to a store, a reselling store, and they called me out saying that the shoes was fake. These kids was pointing and laughing at me and all this other extra stuff I had to fight my way through. And then they were following me, chasing me down the street, pointing and laughing. And I'm looking like, bruh, I promise you, I did not know. I bought them from this guy, and now we doing this, what do they call it? Stakeout, I think, and we trying to see, and we gonna jump the guy and try to get my money and then their money, and then it's like, it's all that extra stuff. So I'm saying, it's like, that's why anything that is fake, it doesn't even have to be like shoes, but anything else, whether it's clothes, purses, I mean, because no, like, it doesn't even, people, listen, You can think of anything out there, there is a fake version of it, all right? And I know people are like, bro, there's no way possible you can like fake clothes. There's fake clothes, fake underwear. There's most likely some fake underwear out there. What else? Fake tires for your car. Probably most likely there's some fake tires out there. A fake gas cap for the car, you know, to when you're like filling up your, and then there's like that little gas that you got like twisting the cap thing. It's probably a fake version of that. It's all like, you know, there's so I don't even know why. That's just somebody being petty. You are like, why that's just something where it's like, bro, that shouldn't even require a fakeness to be made. Like, you can literally go to AutoZone and buy you one of those, bruh. Like, I don't get, if there's somebody out there making fake gas caps, I'm like, what do you got going? That's somebody that actually wears, and they are proud of like being a black Air Force One like advocate or something. Like, nah, bro, that's just being petty. I'm sorry, but that's like, you out here making fake gas caps. I'm like, nah. But no, like, jokes aside though, if you look at a lot of different Jordans that exist, like even like some of the Jordans that I have reviewed, like, so for an example, Bread 11s, fakes. These ones that I just got today, the shattered backboard 3.0s, fakes. The lost and found ones, fakes. What are some other ones that exist out there? Yeah, so you name any shoe out there. There's the one shoe that I'll never forget when I seen a fake of it, and I was like, bro, they're out here making fakes of anything that exists. But there's these one shoes that I bought called the Vapor Max. And yeah, there's like fake versions of those shoes. And I'm like, bro, why are people out here making so many? So overall, like, I know the main question probably everybody will be wondering, how do you avoid fakes? All right. So for one, like, so let's say for an example, if it's a shoe they don't really sell, like for an example, you see it on the Nike website for like $110, but you just seen it on this other website for $50. No, okay, even if it's a website that's reliable, even if they say 100% real, here's a side-by-side comparison, they're showing you a photo of the one that they have and then the one that's off of the Nike website. That's the thing. All of the shoes that exist, even their shoes that I have, where they don't look exactly like the shoes that are in the picture. Now, yes, they are real, but shoes can be different. So it could be like a different fake that looks real, but it ain't gonna be no real that looks a little edgy. Like, no. All my thing is this. All shoes on any, unless it's like Goat, the Nike app, the sneakers app, Adidas, like it, whatever shoe it is that exists, if you are getting it off of the official getting it off of the official website is probably the best case for you. Now, it's up to you on whether or not you want to trust like reselling websites. But in my opinion, the one reselling website that hasn't failed me, and I've bought a lot of different shoes from them, is goat.com. You could go on there. They say that they do like a thorough, like, you know, investigating of the shoe when they get them. I think they even have it where it's like you can take a picture of the shoe prior before sending it in, and then they'll let you know if that shoe is legit. But I don't know. I think I have heard where they've messed up. But I think there's apps out there where you can like legit check a shoe and stuff. And yeah, you know, you don't overall have to worry about like the, you know, shoes being found. I mean, if you are unsure, but yeah, it's like I said, it's always best get your shoes from a reliable store or website. Now, yeah, and then there, you know, if you go to like, now I know people are like, okay, well, what if there's a store out there kind of like a flea market? Can you go? No. If it ain't like Foot Locker, Champs, Finish Line, there's this one store called GEEK, Nike store, Adidas store, any actual name brand store, okay? If you ain't getting your shoes from there, and I know people are like, because I don't think, hold on for a second. I'm just curious to see if that video would exist. Foot Locker sells fakes. Foot Locker sells fakes. Foot Locker selling fake sneakers. This is 5 years ago? There is no way. It's Foot Locker selling fakes, trying to buy everything at Foot Locker, telling Foot Locker their shoes fake. But that, I just feel like that you're going to, now if it's like a reselling store, I feel like that those guys legit check their shoes to make sure of it. Okay, these are the real ones. Foot Locker and all those different, I would trust like those, the name brand stores more than a reselling store. Not saying that reselling stores sell fakes, but it's just very, very, very unlikely for a high-end store like that, where I believe that they have like a partnership kind of thing going on with these like higher ups like Nike and Adidas. So like, let's say for an example, new pair of Jordans are coming out. Nike, I believe, personally sends these shoes out so they can do some sort of like business or partnership and things. But it's, yeah, like Foot Locker, it's such a big store where, and I know a lot of people will probably be thinking like, oh, well, if it's a big store, then it could be possible a fake can go through. Nah, if they're getting the shoes in directly from Nike or Adidas or Reebok or Puma, whoever, whatever, or if it's going directly from the website, there is no way possible a high-end store like that is gonna have fakes. Now, yes, there are videos out there, but you gotta understand this. There are people out there where they know if they post a video saying Foot Locker is selling fakes, especially in like the prime of... My watch was like going, oh, it's like letting me know. My watch, I have like a Fitbit watch and it just started vibrating and going crazy. And I was thinking I was getting a phone call or something. And I'm like, and it's just letting me know my weekly goal is complete. I have been sitting here, I've been moving my arms like crazy, but I'm like, I have been sitting here doing 0 miles per hour, not moving or doing nothing, just moving my arms. And they talking about weekly goal is complete. I swear this Fitbit watch is weird at times, but anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, it's just very, very, very unlikely for some high-end store like Foot Locker, Champs, Finish Line, like any of those mall stores. If you can clearly look at the shoe and see something is wrong with it, then okay. But it's unless it's built like that, then okay, then it's like that's how the shoe is built. But like if you go in there and the shoes look all raggedy and dirty and all that stuff, it's a real. They just, whoever that store is, they're just not taking good care of it. But if it's a store where it says like Foot Locker or something, like it don't even says foot, it says Fot, F-O-T. With that, yeah, that would spell out like Fot. I feel like if there's a O missing and Foot Locker, then you go in there and they got Jordan not even doing like the Jordan emblem. He's like sitting there looking at a newspaper, drinking coffee. What else? It's, it ain't even Shaq like hanging off of the rim. It's like Shaq cleaning a car or something. They got that all stitched on. It doesn't even say like Air Jordan. It says like check your credit score Jordan or something like that. Like if it just says some old random stuff on the shoe and then the box is like all flimsy, pull up the box like it broke apart. Dust is all flying all over the place and things. Shoe done, you just touch the shoe and it then disintegrated like a character from the Avengers. Yeah, then that's not a legitimate store. Now, if that were to happen in Foot Locker, that Foot Locker is getting shut down because it is that Foot Locker that is doing some shady stuff. But no, like there can, I mean that could be a possibility too, where like there could be a Foot Locker employee out there selling fake shoes and then keeping the real ones in for themselves. So yeah, if they are doing some stuff like that, then they will eventually get called out on it. But yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. I ain't gonna say that it's happened, but it could be a possibility somebody's out there doing stuff like that. So, but anyways, yeah, it's just, all I can just say is like, just be careful of where you shop at. Go to reliable websites. If shoes don't look right to you, you can go to like, you can use your app, but if you don't like trust the app, then you possibly could go maybe to a Foot Locker and ask them. They may or may not know. I don't know if everybody in there really know about shoes and stuff. So like if there's like a sneaker enthusiast that's in there, like that man, he was there like when Air Jordans came out. Like he worked on Air Jordans, but now he's working at Foot Locker. Yeah, then ask that guy. But if it's like freaking Craig and Sandra that just wanted to get themselves a summer job and get paid and they don't know nothing about, like they're like on the same boat as me when I was in high school. You go up to them talking about, do you got the cool gray 11s? I'm like, what is that? Is it like the 11th shoe in the store, or is that, and what makes them so cool, and are these shoes actually gray? Like what did you just say to me? I'm like, that wasn't even English, fam. Like I don't know what that was. So Yeah, just trust, like, go to like, and I'm pretty sure, no, actually, you know what, if there is ever a time where you need, and I think Reddit, there's a sneakers Reddit page, and you could possibly go on there where it's like they might have it where it's like, is this a real or a fake shoe, where you can go on there, because I'm pretty sure there's like sneaker enthusiasts where it's like people that know about shoes, where it's like if you take pictures, I'm pretty sure somebody about like, oh yeah, those are, but you have those people out there that's trying to troll you. So like if they're trolling, then just go to a person like face to face and then ask them and stuff. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. I think this is like my, how many episodes have I done? I feel like I know I've done episodes on fake shoes before, but anyways, and that being said, I guess it's like a year in, fake shoe, because I'm like, yeah, it's like, year's almost over, so I'm like, no, let me go ahead and do like one more and stuff before the, 2023 starts. And then 1 year later, I'll just do another after, just learning more things, just do another episode about fake shoes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss, and make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets, wait a minute, hold on. How do I usually do? All right, thank you guys for watching and listening. Viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe. Viewing this podcast, sharing, service, follow, subscribe, however it's said. Make sure you subscribe on my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Okay, so yeah, I just had to say it all over again, because I'm like, hold on, wait a second. I just felt like something was missing. But anyways, I ain't gonna really be doing no GEEK promos until like their website is updated, because they got something going on with their website. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, hopefully I hear something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.